Girl, I think I met my next baby daddy. I know, girl. Yeah, that's him. We up in the club. Uh-huh, girl. Ain't nobody trying to hear about that. Who you coming into my, did you do a background check, girl? What's his MO? Does he have a baby mama? Look, ain't nobody trying to hear about that. I'm just trying to live my best life with my new man. You know, you jealous. I don't know why you be hating like that. You don't want to see me happy. No, but we want to see you alive. We want to see you live long enough to raise your kid as a single mom as you are destined to be because you pick up a Dusty. But, no one's trying to ruin your happiness. We're just trying to keep you breathing, trying to keep you alive because you put a child here. Look on the screen. Dust buckets are us. Now, want to look at all what happened. Want to also look at, talk about planning. Now, they can do whatever the hell they want. These dust buckets can. They don't want a job, but they will rob. Check it out, fair use. And let me go ahead and give a shout out to Miss Fox who sent me this. But this is just mind blowing. I want you to look at how he's obviously, in my opinion, planned this attack on the police. I really do believe it. This had to be a plan when they tried to come and get the baby. So let's go ahead and look at the video. Fair use.
New developments coming in by the hour after the violence overnight. So let's get right to the very latest for you. Here's what we know so far. 9 officers injured. 5 of them were shot. 2 people are dead. 1, the suspected shooter. The other, the victim in the initial shooting that brought police to that scene early this morning. To give you some perspective on where this happened, South Phoenix, 51st Avenue and Broadway. And that's where our Faye Fredericks is joining us live. She's setting up her team coverage for us tonight. Faye? A brazen attack on law enforcement, and she says it is happening more and more often, both here and across the nation. Tonight, 4 officers are still in the hospital, and many are facing a very difficult recovery. Now, the bullets started flying around 2 a.m. after police responded to a call of a woman shot. Police say the suspect tried to lure the officer inside the home. He refused. That's when police say Morris Jones opened fire on that first officer. Incredibly, the first officer able to scramble to safety, call for help. The neighborhood now packed with police when another man, not considered a suspect, brings a baby girl outside and sets her down outside the door. He walks over to police. Then officers go to rescue the baby. That's when police say Jones opens fire again, hitting 4 officers. 4 other officers hit by ricochets and shrapnel. All of the police officers expected to survive. Earlier this evening, we heard from both the police chief and Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego.
9 officers shot or injured. That is an incredibly heavy weight for all of us. I want to say thank you to the dispatch team, the medical professionals, and firefighters, as well as our partner agencies who were part of today. They serve this community with excellence.
I said it this morning and I'll say it again. If I seem upset, I am. This is senseless. It makes no sense. I'm trying to make rhyme and reason to this. But this kind of violence has no place in our city, and it continues to happen over and over again.
And tonight, police tell us the woman who was initially shot and the suspected gunman are both dead. Our IBC 15 investigators broke the story on who he is, and police now confirming it. Investigator Melissa Blasius continues our team coverage, digging into his past.
That's right, Faye. The suspect is identified as Morris Richard Jones III. We found the 36-year-old man had been in and out of prison his entire adult life. We also learned Phoenix police investigated Jones for domestic violence less than a year ago.
I don't know what was going through his head.
This woman has a child with Morris Richard Jones III, but not the child taken out of the house. She says he called her after police arrived Friday morning.
He said that it was the police was outside, and I stayed on the phone with him until I arrived here.
Phoenix police previously took a domestic violence report against Jones in 2021, according to this court document. He reportedly punched an ex-girlfriend and took her 9mm gun. It's unclear whether that ex-girlfriend is the same woman who was killed in the home.
The ABC 15 investigators traced Jones's criminal history back to 2004 when he was imprisoned in Oklahoma for a car theft case. Then in 2006, he was charged in a federal firearms case. Investigators say he was a Crips gang member nicknamed Petey Gun. Jones was sentenced to 84 months in prison. Later, on supervised release, he went back to prison twice for drug use. The Federal Bureau of Prisons shows he was let out in October 2019. Just 4 months later, in February 2020, federal prosecutors in Arizona charged Jones with smuggling illegal immigrants. He was sentenced to probation, but broke the rules in 2021 by testing positive for drugs again and spent another short stint behind bars. LaKeniel Jones says the suspect was his brother. He didn't talk about the criminal past, but said his brother may have been suffering from depression.
Oh, wow. He should have called and said something to let people know that he felt like this and he was going to do this.
Really? A life of crime ending in bursts of gunfire, hurting police, endangering a baby, and killing a woman inside that home. We're still working to identify that woman, and we'll share her story.
Here we go again. He might have been depressed. You know what's depressing? The fact that that lady is deceased. That's what's darn depressing. Yeah, that's depressing. Now someone has to raise her child. That's depressing. You know what's depressing? The fact that those officers went to go and rescue that baby, and that fool start firing. It sounds like to me, it's like it was entrapment. Put the baby out there, and then when they come, start shooting. It sounds like he planned it. So if you know how to plan that, you can't plan how to get your behind a job. You can't plan that. Start a business. And as for her, I wonder how he's mistreated her. You think he's treated her like a princess? But I smell mammy biscuits. I smell sopping up mammy biscuits. No matter what the Dusties do, they can kill another woman. Guess what? Some woman gonna show up there for him. He my child father. He called her. Why can't he knows he can count on her? They can always find a woman to count on. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to hear this BS about, well, he got some feelings and he can't get a job. Because one thing he can find is a mammy somewhere. He can find some desperate, low self-esteem woman, desperate for a man who will help take care of him. That a felony, okay, they can find a woman to help take care of them. He could start a business, a car wash business, sell clothing online. He could do a whole plethora of things. He really could have. But he didn't. He didn't. He knew how to plan. I think, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but he knew how when they came to get that baby, start shooting. Gee, what do you think was going to happen? Was he shooting fake bullets, paint gun, you think? What do you think he's doing? Maybe call himself, I'm not going down. Knowing that the woman inside the house, she's already dead, so it's a wrap for him. So this is a woman I believe that they're speaking to. You know, he called me and I stayed on the phone with him. See, Dusty's got a support system. Yeah. And then here comes the brother. I am so over it. So over it. He may have been depressed. No, he's depressing because Dusty's been drama. They've been trauma. You see those cops? I mean, oh my gosh. And a woman already dead inside the house. I wonder whose house it is. I doubt it's his. So now someone has to raise the child. Another black woman gone due to, in my opinion, a dusty thug up ninja Tyrone. But that's what you like. That's what you like. He punched another woman in the face. Well, that's her, it ain't me. That's how some Dustinas think until it happens to them. I'm quite sure when she opened the door, let him in, or if he had a key, she never thought, this is the day it's going to get deadly with this Dusty. No, they put their trust in him. They put their trust in these Dusties like you wouldn't believe. My father once said to me, he said, you look at a woman that's always hard on other women. He said, oh, when she's hard on other women, she's a fool for a man. And I have found that to be true. Oh, I have found that to be so very true. So the one speaking, she got a child by. Let's hope the Dusty gene don't travel too far, because you know it's very common. Dusty Senior, Dusty Junior. She got a child by. Now some woman is dead inside the house. They got to notify the family. The brother already trying to put on the he's what, depressed? No, Dusties bring depression and Dusties bring death. Look at the financial implications. So we already have the drama and the trauma. Hell, just watching the darn video when he starts spraying like that. And then don't forget, there's already a deceased woman inside. So they kind of rescue the baby. You don't care about those kids. Use that child to lure them in is what I think he had. It was the idea. And then start busting on those cops. Gee, Dusties bring drama, they bring trauma. The financial implication, I think so. A woman is deceased. Somebody got to raise her kid, settle the estate. I'm sure the GoFundMe gonna pop up in a minute now. As I said before, if you're gonna date a Dusty, just go ahead, ladies. Let's go ahead and get the closure part done now. If you're not new to the channel, you see the video, go ahead. You want to do your selfie of you and your boo, my man. You know what we do. Go ahead and do your selfie video and let everyone know you've chose this man and he's a Dusty and you are aware of that. His potential for violence is off the radar. You are willing to accept that risk. And if he kills you, it's okay. Go ahead and do a video now. So everybody, they won't be so, oh, she didn't deserve this. Let them know that you willingly assume the risk of having a deadly dust bucket in your life. Might make it a little easier. Then go ahead and just, make sure you get a picture too of that life insurance policy so they can at least see the policy number and who the company is so they can see who to call. All right? So yeah, let's go ahead and bring closure now. So do that video. Let them know, hey, he may kill you, he may not, but if it's okay, you got your man. Hey, go ahead and do that video now and send it to you. And send it to your kids and your friends and your family. Now, when you send it to yourself, just wait. Give it about 24 hours. Then open up that video. Sit your behind down in your desk, be at your office or at home, and look at that video. Look at you, tell you that. If that's not an eye-opener, I don't know what is. But go ahead and do it. And do the video. Let's get the closure now. Get the life insurance policy. Let them know this is what you wanted. This is what you like. You chose a Dusty, and now you've gone night-night. Go ahead and do that. Oh, that sounds crazy. Exactly. Nobody gonna do that. I don't see why not. You're dealing with dust every day and catching hands and catching death. Dealing with dust every day. Dealing with low-performing men. He already punched another woman? Well, that was her. Now, this one that's talking to the news, she got a baby by him. She's on the phone. Drove on over there. I'm going to hold up on the phone and talk to you until then. Which is her right, but you promote dust. Now, another black woman is gone. And it wasn't, the Klan. It was a dust bucket, dangerous, deadly Tyrone. And we don't want to face that. We like to smile and pretend like everything is going okay and the community child is in crisis mode. I mean, the son of a gun is on freaking life support. And we're like, oh, everything's fine. Yeah. Oh, the flat line, no, we're good. We're just doing great. Everybody know you're a darn lie. That's Blackistan. The land of pretend. And that applies to all culture. The land of pretend. That ain't going to happen to me until it does. Until it does. So now he's gone, which is fine with me. You see, go find me for him. I would not donate a dime. But I know the BC, when they come to Dusty, they're going to come through. Come through. They're going to come through each time. The financial implications, look at the medical bills. Somebody got to raise this child. And it's not like black folks sitting up here trustafarians. We know that's not the case. We can live in a Dudley, as Dr. Claude Anderson said, inheriting dust. And last time I checked, Dust, you can't pay your bills with that. Can't support a child on that. So now somebody got to raise a child. Maybe hadn't planned on it. Those officers got some, what do you call that? Medical bills, the financial implications. Too much dust in the nation. Gee, what if somebody, maybe another female is being home right now, or at that time could have needed those officers? No, they got to go ahead and deal with this deadly behind Dusty. But the police didn't come, you think? They got to deal with this issue over here. See, we don't think about those things. We want to make excuses. What if it's you? If they had just come a little bit sooner. Dusties bring drama. They bring trauma. The financial implications is too much dust on in the nation. He got his little hat on his head. Full of dust, no sound. This is how I see this man. And already the family trying to save face with my worsening depression. You think a fool like this gonna sit up here? Well, I need to go talk to somebody because I'm depressed. No, that's just a scapegoat. We're using things like mental illness, depression, because we don't want to say demonic. And that's all it is. How many women have to die? Every 5.5 hours. Next thing you know, it's going to be 5 hours, and that's going to be down to every 4, 3, 2, 1. And the BC going to still hold up this dust. Black women that don't love yourself, you're going to still get booed up with dust. You're going to still deal with that chocolate drop. I don't care how the block get hot. Body's just stacking up. Still going to deal with that dust. So it's going to get to a point. No sympathy for you. I sympathize with you now because you don't love yourself. The thing is the children. And then all we see again is somebody else who's in the black community that's going on with their life. Well, hey, Nika got, you kill that girl and you let the poor baby here. And this one had 4 kids and she had 3. This one got 2. Somebody got to help. Then the next thing you know, the professional young black woman, they try to put their responsibility on you. Let me tell you something. Do not let mama, don't let me, mama, don't let Black Queen Mama run your life. Check out the Patreon that's coming. All patriarchs do it, black and white, you name it. They want to come in all of a sudden. So can you take on these 2 kids? No, I cannot. She made her decision. And that sounds cruel. Yeah, I've already seen it happen. It can get to the point, I kid you not. You got black women that have had money, nice money, got into these situations. The daughter get up behind, murked by some old Dusty. How the hell you feel? You sitting up here, you about to file bankruptcy, you're in retirement, about to lose your house. You gotta be kidding me. Here you are. You were going on cruises, everything going fine. You gotta raise kids all over again. Sitting up. Electricity turned off. So I'm letting young black women know when Meemaw come with all that, she call herself, well, we know so-and-so, she don't have no kid and she got a career. Well, she gonna have to help. No, I ain't gotta do a darn thing but live my life. You can pitch in, but what you're not gonna do is roll your behind up in here. She made her decision. Don't let it ruin, do not let this ruin your finances because I've seen it. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. 2 kids, time go, you look up, 8 years in, you out of your retirement money? How the hell you go from a comfortable life? They had enough money for them, so they planned their lives out. Now this done happen, and the mama's dead. Got to raise 2 kids. One of them sickly with a disease. Lights off. Gotta be kidding me. So I'm telling you, when Black Queen Mama want to come, well, LaShawn did the best she could. No, and I know that's kind of harsh. Go ahead and go do it if you want to, but don't listen. When you end up like the ones I've seen, it's like, you had a comfortable lifestyle. Yes, because they plan their lives their way. It's like, hey, I got enough money to go ahead and do me. I'm going to take off and do this right here. Da, 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 da. Now, this thing happened. You got a house. You got kids. You got to feed them and clothe them and go to school. You can't, but you sure can't have that little 2-seater sports car. You're going to have to go get you some kind of van or something. Now they want this, they want that. The dad is in about crap. Financial ruin. If the lights are off, how the heck? Let's say the house is paid for. How you gonna pay the darn taxes on it? Pretty soon lose your house up to taxes. Then you end up under a darn bridge. And you think I'm blind when I say Dusties bring trauma. Dustiness too, because again, they bring trauma. They are accepting these men in their lives. The financial implication is too much stress in the nation. And I know it's hard just to say that. But I'm letting you know this right here, this is what can happen to you. The choice will be yours. I mean, I can't imagine myself personally going, oh, no, that kind of thing. I let one person I know tell me, oh, I want his baby. Let me tell you something, honey. You sitting up here don't have nowhere to go, and I'm helping you. Don't come telling me about bringing no babies up in my place. I'll let you know right now. It's enough that you're here. But this is what happens. This is what happens, and before you know it, it's a domino effect, and you wonder why the group is collectively at the bottom. So some of these women, if they want to choose a dust bucket, let them go ahead on. It's time to have a conversation. You need to go ahead and sign right here these life insurance papers. So if you end up dead, just be blunt about it. Well, that ain't gonna happen to me. Well, I'm letting you know right now, you got a slew of children, and they're not gonna come stacking up in here. That ain't gonna happen to me, and I'm out.